What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Niner Sickness, with the Niner Sickness podcast. I am back. How's everybody doing? Hope nobody really missed me. I've been gone for about a week and a half to almost 2 weeks. Um, I got the coronavirus. I like to call it the corona, but the virus, and it kicked my butt, man. I was out for the count, man. It tore me up, but I'm feeling better now by the grace of God, and I wanted to talk to you, my faithful, to see how the faithful's doing. It's been a minute. So, for those that have been keeping me in prayer, for those that knew that I was sick, I appreciate all your love and prayers my way. Man, it first time ever getting the virus, and it kicked me in the rear end like nobody's business. I felt like the coronavirus was part of the Dallas Cowboys. But it is what it is, man. Let me welcome everybody coming in. Kimberly, how you doing, Kimberly? Welcome, Kimberly. Good to see you. Salute from the flag guy. What's I love it. I still haven't had a chance to send you the so that you can make me my flag so that I could put it behind me, my brother. It's just that I've been in and out, man. So, but I'll get it out to you, brother. What's up, Luis Moreno? But if you need flags, you need to hit my boy Frankie. My boy Frankie, he sells the most awesomest flag, 49er flags that you can buy. Most definitely. How are you doing and your family? I am doing better. The wife is doing better. Thank you for asking. Unfortunately, I don't know who you are unless you tell me your name. Facebook does not identify you under eCam. You can go to YouTube and follow me on YouTube, and YouTube will automatically show me who you are. Facebook's a little bit tricky, but if you allow permission to identify who you are, it'll let me know who you are. How you doing, Kathy? It's been a long time. I'm glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, it took a toll on me for sure. Um, I never felt it before, and I had the fever. I was running 103 for a few days. 103, vomiting, the chills, cold sweats, burning up. So coronavirus really kicked my butt, man. But by the grace of God, I'm better, and I am here. Thank you for that. Cardcast, the youngster, the one and only, the faithful. What's up, Cardcast? How you doing, sir? Always a pleasure seeing my boy Cardcast. How are you doing? Anybody that is not aware who Cardcast is, he has his own YouTube channel. Make sure to follow him. I haven't been following you for the last few weeks because I've been in and out, brother. But I know you're growing and I know you're prospering. So go over there on YouTube and follow my boy Cardcast. Great guy. I am doing good. Thank you for asking, my friend. The corona messed me up too. Couldn't eat anything. Yeah, bro. That's another thing. My wife caught, what it was is my wife caught the virus, and then I was taking care of her, and 2 days later, I got it. So we both had it pretty much during the same time. So, and it's just me and my wife in our lives. So it was really nobody that can help us. It was just us. So it was difficult because normally when I'm sick, she takes care of me. If she's sick, I take care of her. Both of us being down was difficult, but I gotta tell you, man, and I'm not ashamed to say it. She's definitely the trooper. We're both sick, but she was handling her business way better than I was handling mine, man. Let me tell you, she is the true trooper in this family for sure. What's up, brother? or sister. I don't know who you are. Doesn't tell me your name. Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a better day now. Definitely. Arturo Ortega. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, brother. Let's go. Look who it is. My girl Tanisha. What's up, Tanisha? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your for that. I appreciate it. Look who it is too. My boy Luke Luna is in the house. Luke Luna, how you doing, brother? Just popping in and out, brother. Hope you're hey man. Always a pleasure seeing you, Luke Luna. I haven't had a chance to text you or call you, man. This virus really kicked my butt, bro, more than you can even imagine, bro. But I'm starting to get my feet underneath me. Hopefully, there's no relapse. I had COVID too. Sad story. Oh, I gotta hear it one of these days, brother. Yeah, COVID's not no fun, man. No fun with COVID. I tell you that much. David McNews in the house. What's up, David? How you doing, David? Good to see you, my brother from another mother. What's up, Beto and the Niner Empire? Are you and your wife feeling better? We are feeling a little bit better. My wife is still watching. She's resting in the living room watching. We were watching the old Die Hard movies with Bruce Willis on TV. But I decided to come into my office, turn on my equipment. I haven't turned my equipment on for almost 2 weeks, so I wanted to come over and chop it up. Plus, I'm giving her a break from me. She needs a long break from me. We're going to talk a little 49er football, too. There's so much to talk about since the last time we spoke. There's so much to talk about. Training camp, I believe, starts July 29th. Mini camp is over. OTAs are over. Trey Lance is looking good. We haven't signed Debo yet. So many things to talk about. And then you hear all these things with the opposing teams like the Rams, right? The Rams, they extend Aaron Donald and they extend Cooper Kupp. And a lot of the Rams fans are like, yeah, see, this is how you handle business. This is how you deal with your players. You show appreciation by taking care of them. What I can say to that is every team takes care of their players their way. If the Rams want to do this, hey, more power to you, man. But John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are not only looking what's beneficial for the Niners today, but going in the future. So they're not gonna push the envelope just because they want to satisfy us, the fans, or anybody. They have a schedule. They're going to sign Debo. But everybody knows, if you're a Niner fan for a while, you know that the Niners don't conduct business until late July, early August. That is the window that the Niners conduct business with their young players. They did it with Armstead. They did it with Fred Warner. They did it with Kittle. Coming off a Super Bowl run, they didn't sign Kittle until almost the end of August. So the whole situation with Debo Samuel, I'm not worried about it. The fact that he showed up to OTAs, even though he didn't practice or participate, but the fact that he was there. Look at DK Metcalf. He didn't show up. He didn't show up for the Seahawks, right? He missed mandatory minicamp. So the fact that Debo showed up, even though he didn't practice, it's a great sign. And then the fact that Bosa showed up, which I believe he was. Bosa was, they extended his year, so I don't think the Niners are worried about Bosa into next year, and I think it's more beneficial for Bosa to wait another year to play his butt off this year, get those double-digit sacks, man, and his value is only going to go higher next offseason. And I think the Niners are just going to concentrate on Debo. And I think Debo will eventually get signed and we'll move on. And we'll have a fun season to watch. Now, my concern is the offensive line. And we're going to talk a little bit about the offensive line. That is a concern of mine. Um, I hope that the Niners get it squared out. But listen, whenever you're bringing in new faces to the offensive line, is never a good thing. I mean, we're bringing back Trent Williams, which he takes care of the left side, which is great. But then now we're moving Aaron Banks. Hopefully he can replace Tomlinson production at the left guard. We all know now that Alex Mack decided to retire. He decided to retire and move on. We have Daniel Brunskill still at right guard. But then Mike McClinchy's coming back at tackle. And is he going to be ready week one? Is Mike McClinchy going to be ready week one? And when he does come back, in what condition is he going to be back in? Is he going to be able to take off where he left off? Is he going to take a moment to catch up? Is he going to have rust? We don't know what's going to happen with Mike McClinchy. So that's a concern, especially when you're starting a new quarterback, right? You got the young rookie and Trey Lance. You have great weapons for him. That's amazing. But the fact that the line is not solid, it is a concern. And it's a valid concern to have. Is the line going to be able to protect Trey? Is Kyle going to be able to do what he wants to do with Trey with that offensive line? Is Aaron Banks going to be able to handle that left guard position? Who's going to start at center? Is it going to be who is it? Is it going to be Jake? Is it going to be the young kid, undrafted free agent from Arizona? Is it going to be Poe? Who's gunning for that center position? And as we know, as the offensive line goes, so does the offense. So I don't know about you, but I do have a concern about the offensive line. Hopefully the Niners can take care of that in training camp and they can put it together. But until I see in training camp, until I see it in preseason, how the offensive line gels together, I am going to reserve to be concerned. I am going to reserve to be concerned. I am optimistic, and I do want the Niners to have a great season, and the whole Trey Lance experience is going to be fun. Yay, Trey Lance. But is the offensive line going to be able to take care of Trey? Or is Trey going to be running for his life? That's just the Besos for Beto. Huh. Okay. I don't know who you are. But I guess thank you for the kisses. What's up, JR Meadows? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. 15-2 season coming. See, I love being optimistic, JR. I love the attitude of 15-2, and I love all this positive energy, but I'm realistic. I am realistic. I don't know. I really don't know about 15-2. Would I like the Niners to be 15-2? Of course. But is that realistic with an offensive line that it's not played together? A quarterback that is playing potentially his first year? The up and down with Debo, is he coming in? There hasn't been really much of a rapport with Debo and Lance. How's Brandon Ayuk going to be in his 30th year? Is he going to step up? Is Juwan Jennings going to be able to step up Is he going to get better this year, or is he going to digress? Is he going to get worse? Is Danny Gray going to be able to step up? What about Trey Sermon? Is Trey Sermon going to be able to be that running back that we hope he can be? Why we drafted him in the third round last year or the year before? There's a lot of question marks surrounding the 49ers right now offensively. I'm not concerned so much defensively, but there's a lot of concerns that are honestly concerning offensively. And as much as I want to agree with you, JR, 15-2, let's go. That's going to be hard to come by. Plus, the schedule that we play this year, it's a brutal schedule, man. It is a brutal schedule. So I am optimistic, but I'm also a realist. I look at what we have to deal with. I look at what positions that we have to work on, and what do the Niners need to do to get better. And for me to sit there and go 15-2, I don't know. I don't know if that's really realistic. But only time will tell. It really boils down to Aaron Banks and the center. I think Mike McClinchy will eventually handle his position at tackle. But what's going to happen at center, and what kind of production are we going to be getting from Aaron Banks? Is Aaron Banks going to be able to handle his business? Is he going to be able to protect? Because Aaron Banks plays good, Trent plays good. If Trent has to take a lot of the snaps if he has to handle a lot of that load for young Aaron Banks, it's going to be a problem. It is going to be a problem all year long. Oh, my goodness. This is why I haven't done a show in a while. I'm so out of it. Make sure to do me a favor, guys. I should have did this from the beginning. Please make sure you wipe your feet before entering. You guys have already been here for a while. And smash that like button on YouTube. If you're watching me on YouTube, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me on YouTube. I would appreciate that. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're not following me, please follow me on IG. I would appreciate that. Follow me on IG at Niner Sickness. Appreciate that. And I don't have it on here, but follow me also on Twitter. On Twitter at Niner Sickness 49. I would appreciate that very, very much. So let's see what the viewers are saying on here. Thank you. Thank you for the love for my wife and myself. Truly appreciate that very, very much. Training camp I cannot wait. Me neither. I cannot wait either. So many questions that could be answered by training camp. I'm excited to see what training camp has to offer. Let's get that Cash App tag, brother. Those who want to donate, you and your family. Luke Luna, you warm my heart, brother. You warm my heart. You're an amazing human being. All of you are. Again, I don't do this for the money. I don't come on here to make money. I really enjoy doing this for the fun of it. If you guys want to donate, what I do is I use that money and I buy stuff and then I give it back to you guys. I don't use the money for myself. So if you want to donate, let me know. I'll give you the Cash App. I use that money. I put it in a jar, if you will. I buy certain 49ers items, jerseys, hats, whatever it is. And then I turn around and give it back to the community, back to you guys. But Luke Luna, thank you always for mentioning it. I appreciate it, brother. I'll have it. Let me put it on this. Let me put it on the scroll, And then you guys, if you guys want to donate, you guys can. If not, don't worry about it. But thank you, Luke Luna, for bringing it up. Can you tell me what is going on with Jimmy and Trey if you know? If Jimmy starts or not, I am hearing too many different stories. Tanisha, for what I've been hearing, honestly, and I always love your questions, man. I love your questions. Thank you for bringing them up. The reality is, Jimmy Garoppolo is only on this roster because of his injury, because of the surgery that he had to have. Otherwise, he would have been gone a long time ago. Now, at this point, there's no point of getting rid of Jimmy right now. It doesn't mean the Niners are going to keep him. It doesn't mean the Niners are going to start the season with him. Absolutely not. That is not what you want for a young quarterback. You don't want Trey Lance looking over his shoulder with the idea that if he has a couple of bad games, are the veterans on that team, are they going to look towards Jimmy? Is Trey going to feel like these veterans, like George Kittle, is going to be, even though they don't verbally call it out, do you think it'll get into Trey's head that if he doesn't do well or he struggles, that they're calling for Jimmy to play? This is why Jimmy is not going to be on this roster. He'll be nothing but a distraction in the locker room. They're keeping him because they don't lose any money by keeping him right now. Now they'll save money, obviously, but they're waiting for training camp to start. They're waiting for preseason to start, and they're hoping, not that we like anybody to get hurt, but we're hoping that a team out there, they could be a contender or could be into play if they happen to lose their quarterback due to injury. By that time, Jimmy will clear his physical, and at that point, the Niners can trade him to a team. I believe that's why they're holding on to him. There's no benefit of cutting him right now. A lot of people are like, why don't they just cut him earlier? Why is he still on the team? And why don't they just name Trey Lance the starter? Trey Lance knows he's the starter. Just because it hasn't been publicly made aware doesn't mean he doesn't know that. I'm pretty sure the communication between him and Kyle have been open. Now, what's the benefit of cutting Jimmy right now? So that Seattle, who needs a quarterback, can pick him up? We're not going to give, I understand Jimmy's not that great of a quarterback, but we're not going to give Seattle, a team that has been known by history to pick up players that we cut. And let's be outright. Jimmy is better than Geno Smith, and he's better than the kid they got from Denver. Why should we give him up to Seattle? So there's no benefit to cut Jimmy right now. Jimmy's not in the facility. He wasn't at the facility. He was excused from being at the mandatory mini camp. They're waiting for Jimmy to heal up, and they're waiting for a team to come and knock on the door, hopefully, because one of their quarterbacks got hurt and they need Jimmy to replace them. And by worst case scenario, Tanisha, they will cut him towards the end. And if Seattle picks him up by then so be it. But they're not going to give Seattle any time for Jimmy to get used to their receivers. So, I don't know what you've been hearing, Tanisha, but I believe that Jimmy won't be on this roster week 1. He'll either be traded or cut. But they're going to go with Trey, and they believe in Trey. They invested in Trey, and they're going to move on with Trey. The whole Jimmy saga should be over, hopefully by the beginning of the season. Bro, do you know you know I always will make it quick, and I end up staying. Can't help it, Luke. That's because you're a gentleman and a scholar, brother. That's because you're an amazing human being, brother. You know how much I have love for you, bro. 49er dude. I love the name. Welcome. Yo, finally I caught your live. Let's go. Well, welcome, brother. Welcome. Make sure you hit the like button for me. Welcome. It's always a pleasure having you, brother. I love your avatar. I love the 71, the Trent Williams jersey. I love it. I love everything about it. I love the name. I love your avatar. Thank you for stopping by, brother. Edward. How you doing, Edward? Hi, Beto. And Faithful. Been very busy. Pumped up for the 22 season. Same here, brother. Same here. Let's go. I think we end up finding a trade for Jimmy G. My prediction is that we take some of the salary for or agree to restructure and make the team friendly, then trade him. Yeah, there's again, if there's a team out there that loses their starting quarterback, God forbid, it's kind of sucks. I don't want nobody to get hurt, but then I do because I want to get rid of Jimmy. I know that sounds terrible, but I just want Jimmy to go to a good team too. You know what? I don't dislike Jimmy. I know a lot of Niner fans hate on Jimmy, and Jimmy. He gave us some good games, some bad games. He made us laugh. He made us cry. He made us happy. He made us angry. At least with me, very emotional. But at the end of the day, man, Jimmy is a class act, and I know he's having a lot of hate his way, and sometimes I feel that it's not really fair for people to hate Jimmy the way they do. I understand we're moving on. I understand we got to move on with Trey. I'm excited about Trey. I'm looking forward to seeing what Trey's going to do, but I'm not going to forget what Jimmy did. I'm not going to forget that Jimmy came in here, class act, did his job, never complained, worked hard, worked through injuries, tried to win, and even though we drafted a quarterback, he still was mature enough to receive him and be professional. So I have nothing but respect for Jimmy. Now, with that said, I am ready to move on. I am looking forward to the next chapter. I'm excited to either roll or sink or swim with Trey and to move on from Jimmy. But I have nothing but respect for Jimmy, and I hope Jimmy finds a good home and he can win games there, unless he's playing against us. Gabriel Hernandez, welcome to the show, brother. Make sure to hit that like button for your boy Niner sickness. Let's see here. What's up, Beto? Glad you're doing better. Victory Outreach Westlake. What's up, VO? Niners #1 are going to do it this year. Praise God, brother. Always good to have a fellow brother here on the show. Good to see you, Gabriel. Modesto. Victory Outreach, San Jose. That's where I met my wife. So I'll never forget San Jose Victory Outreach, but it's Modesto now. Luke Luna says, Jake Brendel. Yeah, that's the guy. Job to lose. I'm not really tripping on the line. I think we will have enough guys with different skill sets to figure it out. I hope so. I really do, Luke Luna. I think the Niners will figure it out. I think the Niners are poised to put their best men on there, but there's always a question mark when you're replacing players. So, I mean, we haven't had a center for more than a year or 2 years consecutively. And it's like, but the positive here is, believe it or not, Jake Brindle, him and Trey last year were the second team, right? So they were taking snaps with each other. They were practicing with each other. So they're very familiar with each other. They have chemistry amongst each other. That's a positive. Even though Jake is new to the center position for us, him and Trey have been exchanging the ball at center. So that builds confidence that they can continue to do that as starters. Um, but my concern really is Aaron Banks. How is Aaron Banks going to do? What kind of production are we going to get from Aaron Banks? Is he going to be successful? Is he going to be able to replace Tomlinson? Is he going to struggle? What are we getting from Aaron Banks? And that's a concern. Until I see Aaron Banks in action, I'm always going to reserve that concern for a bit. Once I start seeing a little bit of training camp, once I start seeing a preseason and a couple of games, and I kind of get a feel of what Aaron Banks does or does not do, I'll get a little bit either more comfortable or more worried. But I believe they'll figure it out. Oh, man. Cardcast. I love you, brother. I love you like a son, man. This young man is way older than his age, man. Very wise young man. This guy's 15 years old. And look what he's writing me at 15. You are older than your age, brother. Your parents have raised you well. Kudos to your parents, Cardcast. I take my hat off to your parents, man. They have raised you well. Good job, parents. You have a good kid in your hands. I think the only concern Niners have is remaining healthy. Yeah, that's always going to be a concern. 49er dude. That's always going to be a situation where can the Niners remain healthy throughout the year? Can they avoid that freaking injury bug plague that they get every year? Can they remain healthy? And I pray that they can. Can Jason Verrett stay healthy? Jason Verrett, my friends, is going to be a very crucial key to this secondary. I know we brought in Charvarius Ward from Kansas City as a free agent, and I love that addition. I love what I've been hearing about him. Having Emmanuel Mosley with him, and then another year underneath Emory Thomas's belt. I don't know what's happening with Lenore, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about Samuel Womack at the slot position. I haven't heard too much about Castro Fields, honestly, but I look forward to hearing more about him. I like Hufanga coming in and stepping in. We have Jimmy Ward. So our secondary is going to be very good. Can Jason Verrett stay healthy? Can we get the 2020 Jason Verrett and not the 2021? That's going to be a key for our secondary because there's so much that DeMeco Ryans will be able to do in that secondary with Jason Verrett staying healthy. People don't realize that how beneficial the secondary is to the pass rush. They complement one another. If the Niners secondary can hold and protect and cover, that's going to give Bosa, Javon Kinlaw, Eric Armstead, and whoever's on the left side of the ball plenty of time to get after the quarterback. The longer the quarterback has to hold on to the ball, the better chances are of Bosa getting home. And vice versa. If the front line is giving the quarterback fits and it's all over the quarterback and the quarterback throws the ball, our secondary can be in prime position to intercept the ball this year. I don't know about you guys, but I honestly think that we can have a top 5, top 3 defense. I don't know if you guys seen Mina Kim's top 5 defense. She had the Niners at number 5. She had him at, I don't know how she can have Green Bay at number 2, but it is her top 5. But she did have the 49ers, though, out of 32 teams. Listen, even if she had the Niners at number 5, and a lot of Niner fans are like, why number 5? Could the Niners be a little bit higher in that list? Of course. But the fact that out of 32 teams, that she has Niners defense top 5, it's a testament to D'Amico Ryans and his coaching staff and what the Niners have on the roster. With the addition of Drake Jackson from USC, we're going to find out what he's made of. Also, with the addition of the kid that we brought from the Colts, Toure, I believe his name is. I think that kid's going to be special. We brought back Hyder. He led our team in sacks in 2020. We have a great offensive line. We have a great 3 linebackers in Fred Warner, Aziz, and Greenlaw. This secondary, this defense is going to be a great defense. It's just a matter of, are they going to be tired because they're going to be on the field a lot because the offense can't move the ball? Or is the offense going to be able to balance out and allow the defense to rest? Because that's going to be key. If there's a lot of 3 and outs on offense, I don't care how good our defense is, it will get worn out. It will get tired. The whole mystery question mark is Trey Lance, right? Some of you love Trey Lance, some of you don't. Some of you guys are for him, some of you guys are not. But at the end of the day, he is a question mark. We don't know what we have in Trey. We have high expectations. We hope that we have a great quarterback at hand. But if we're honest with ourselves, we just don't know what we have in Trey, right? We don't know. What's up, Lucky? How you doing, sir? Good to see you, Lucky. Welcome to the show, brother. Thank you for wiping your feet, Lucky. Appreciate that. Kimberly, how you doing, Kimberly? Mariah, how you doing? Good to see you, 49 faithfully. How you doing, girl? Welcome to the channel. Make sure to follow her channel as well. I keep forgetting the name of your co-host. I am sorry. I am good with faces, bad with names. My apologies. My apologies to your co-host. But what's up? Welcome to the channel. Look who it is. My boy, my brother from another mother, Aaron. How you doing, Aaron? Aaron's from 49ers First Takes. Great guy. Has a great channel. It is booming. He is growing big time. If you guys are not following 49ers First Takes, please do so. Great guy. He has great content, great guest. And Aaron's just one of those good guys, man. Aaron is truly one of the good guys, one of the guys that I look up to here on the 49er world. Great guy. I have nothing but respect for Aaron and 49ers First Takes, man. Check him out. Also check out my girl, Mariah, as well. Her channel is 49 Faithfully. That's her channel. Check her out as well. Support her and her co-host. Great people, great content. And I love watching them. I really do. If you don't watch my channel, go and watch theirs. They bring better content than I ever do. So, uh, yeah, I'm keeping it real. I come on here because I love having fun. I enjoy doing what I do. I don't compete with nobody. I always try to build everybody out. If Mariah or Aaron can be better than me, I love it. That's what I'm looking forward. Because the way I look at it, guys, we are a big family here. The more content creators that come out, the better it is. It's like going to all you can eat. Yes, I'm a big guy, so I'm going to use food as reference. You go to all you can eat, right? You get to choose what you want to eat. You don't have to eat what everybody else is eating. You can go look around and like, oh, I want this, I want that. The more 49er content creators, the more people get a chance to hear what they want to hear. And a lot of us have our favorites, right? So I check them out. Thank you for popping in, brother. Before he says, what's up, Beto? Popping in before bed. Glad to see you feeling better. Thank you, Aaron. Truly appreciate that, man. You have a wonderful night. Luke Luna says, Aaron, my boy. See, everybody loves Aaron. Great guy. It's hard not to love this guy, man. It's hard not to love this guy. My brother from a mother, Amen Joe, my friend. This guy is a best friend of mine. He's like a brother to me. We known each other in person for so many years. Me and Joe, we go back for, oh my God, over 20 years ago. So, how you doing, Joe? Good to see you, brother. God bless you. Corey Davis in the house. What's up, Corey Davis? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Corey's always a pleasure having Corey in the house. Carolina wants Baker bad. If he's off the market, seems like a good spot for Jimmy. Yep. The thing about Baker, though, is he really that better than Jimmy? Now, he doesn't get as hurt as much as Jimmy, so I hear that part, but Jimmy's more mature. And if you're the Panthers, do you really want to go with this young, immature quarterback in Baker? Or do you want a quarterback that you know there's maturity in Jimmy? You know what I mean? So I wouldn't rule out Jimmy going to Carolina or any other team over Baker. Robert Davis. I almost said Roberto, brother. My apologies. I caught myself. Robert Davis is in the house. How you doing, brother? Hola, Beto. I appreciate your honesty on Twitter. Bro, I am in your corner 100%. Jimmy was the quarterback we needed at the time. Trey is the quarterback we need now. That is beautiful said, Robert. I love the way you said that. I love the way you said it. Jimmy definitely was the quarterback that we needed at the time. He came in, nothing but a professional, class act, did his job, and won a lot of games for us. Did he do some bonehead throws that were like, Jimmy, why? Yes. Were there a lot of frustrating throws and turnovers by Jimmy? Yes. But overall, Jimmy was a class act, is a class act, and I wish nothing but the best for him. He was the quarterback that we needed at the time, but Trey is the quarter of the present and the future. Hopefully the future, if he turns out to be the quarterback that we all hope he will be. And I got a good feeling, not because I'm just a Niner fan, but Trey has a good head over his shoulder. Great. He comes from a great family, raised up correctly, wants to learn. He's hungry. He's humble. And he's coming in a great situation under Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan, look what he did with Robert III in Washington this first year. I believe he was I forgot. I don't know if he was MVP or forgot how that, but he did a lot with Robert, and I expect If the offensive line holds, I expect Kyle Shanahan to truly utilize the skill set of one Trey Lance. And I think Trey Lance is going to pick up. Now, he's going to struggle, and that's fine. I want him to struggle if he struggles early. I want him to struggle in September, a little bit in October, but let's start rocking in November and December. Let's start getting on all cylinders. Let's start fixing the mistakes, Trey. Let's learn. And I expect Trey Lance to be better in December than he was or will be in September. And I think that Kyle Shanahan will get the best out of him, in my opinion. Damian Lee's in the house. How you doing, brother? Thank you. Appreciate that. One of my many hats that I have so many hats, it's not even funny. But I love hats. And I'm wearing it because I haven't shaved my head. Look at my head. Have you guys ever seen this much hair on my head? Oh my goodness. I gotta shave it. I like to be bald, but since I've been sick, I haven't really. And then I'm growing back the mustache. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I decided to grow the mustache back. My wife's like, no, leave it off. Richard, my brother Rich. How you doing, Rich? Welcome to the channel, Occults Chronicles. How you doing, sir? I was about to hit you up, and sure enough, your live beta has risen. Only by the grace of God, brother. I was in and out. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had COVID. For those that haven't had COVID, man, I hope you never get it. It is no joke. I know everybody gets hit differently. And as bad as it was, it never affected my breathing. So I praise God for that. As bad as COVID was for me and my wife, it never affected our breathing. It affected everything else. My wife still doesn't have her taste back. She lost her sense of smell and she lost her sense of taste. Now, I never lost it. I never lost my taste or smell. She did. And she barely starting to recover and getting it back. I can't imagine eating food without able to taste it. That must be hard. But what's up, Richard? NFL ranked Trey Lance as the 5th best second-year quarterback. You know, this whole ranking, honestly, I that's cool that they rank him 5th. Compared to the other youngsters, but Trey is so unproven right now. Trey is a mystery box to me. He's a question mark. He's a mystery box. Is Trey going to be good or is he not? Is he going to struggle mightily and get better, or is he going to be able to take off, hit the ground running, and not struggle as much? Now, we've seen Josh Allen struggle his first year. We've seen Peyton Manning struggle mightily his first year. It's very rare that you get a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes that just takes off his first year. It's very rare. But as long as I see potential, even if Trey struggles, but I see growth, I see that he gets better week in and week out. When I watch film this season on Trey, like I said this before in my few lives before I got sick, if I see growth in Trey from week 1 to week 2, from week 2 to week 3, like even against Denver, let's say we struggle and we lose. Not to say that we're going to lose against Denver, but let's say we do. But Trey looks 10 times better than from the game of Chicago and the Seattle Seahawks. That even though we lost against the Broncos, I'll be able to swallow that pill because I know that my quarterback is getting better. Now, if my quarterback's getting better and we're 3-0, that's even better, right? But realistically, I want to see Trey get better week in and week out. Every time I see the all 22 on Trey, how is he adjusting to the defense? How is he adjusting to the pressure? Is he holding on to the ball too long? Is he getting the ball out? Is he executing? Is he reading the defense? Or is he panicking and taking off with his legs? Those are the things that I want to see in Trey to reassure me as a fan that we have a quarterback of the future. Can Trey handle adversity in his face and get better from it? Those are the things that I want to see from Trey. And I think we will. I think we'll see a lot of growth in Trey. Trey's a smart kid, man. There's a reason why the Niners chose him over Mac Jones. There's a reason why the Niners chose him over Justin Fields. They had a whole month to decide which quarterback was going to be the future of the San Francisco 49er franchise. And they decided to go with Trey over Justin Fields and Mac Jones. But out of those quarterbacks, the one that is most raw is Trey. The one that needed to sit behind a starting quarterback for a year was Trey. And I know a lot of 49er fans, they wanted Trey last year. You know, a lot of the Niner fans, and to this day, they still believe that if they would have started Trey last year from day one, that he'll be much better this year, ready to rock and roll because he took his lump sums on the field. I tend to disagree with that. I think that if given the opportunity, it was good that they sat him behind Jimmy. It was good that they sat Trey behind Jimmy for at least 1 year. Trey very raw, very young, hasn't played that much football. It's not only learning what to do on the field, it's learning what to do off the field. Not only figuring out how to read defenses, but how to handle the media. How to deal with the media. How to handle the fans. These are the things that he learned from Jimmy. How to deal with adversity the right way. And I believe that Jimmy was able to teach Trey. Especially early on when we were 3-5. A lot of Niner fans were like, we're going to miss the playoffs. We're done. Our season's over. Blah, blah, blah. But Jimmy fought through it. And those are the lessons that is valuable for Trey Lance to learn. We know he has a skill set, right? We know Trey is smart. We know he can throw the football. But how do you handle adversity? How do you handle when the fans don't like you as a quarterback, the way a lot of 49ers don't like Jimmy? These are the things that Trey is watching. Because I'm pretty sure Trey was able to see a lot of that hate go towards Jimmy by the fan base. And he's watching Jimmy. How did Jimmy handle that? And that's crucial for Trey to learn. So, should have Trey played more games last year? Not necessarily. I think he learned a lot of the other things he needed to learn. Now this year, he'll be able to be on the field. He'll know how to handle adversity. He'll know how to deal with the media. And now it's just about him being coached under Shanahan and executing on the field. And I think Trey will be able to execute everything he needs to execute on the field. I think he'll be able to execute the game plan. And this is where I'm excited to see. But again, the question mark is also Aaron Banks. Is Aaron Banks going to be able to sustain the left guard position? Is he going to be a benefit to Trent Williams, or is he going to hinder Trey Williams? That's the key question, to be honest with ourselves. Can Aaron Banks be a benefit to the big silverback, or is he going to be a hindrance? I'm not concerned too much about Jake at center as I am Aaron Banks at left guard. Now, if Aaron Banks can step up and handle his business, we'll be able to rock and roll. I believe it, man. If he can handle his business, we'll be able to definitely move on and play well. But I think the key will be Aaron Banks. I want to get your guys' thoughts. What are your guys' thoughts on Aaron Banks? Will he? Now, I'm not asking you to answer this upon emotion. What, as a Niner fan, he's going to be an all-star. I want to ask you guys as a true, realistic fan. Are you guys concerned for Aaron Banks? Or do you think that the Niners will be able to coach him up at that position? Would love to get your guys' honest question. The main thing I worry about with the team is how the O-line meshes. That's what I've been talking about, Robert. Absolutely. Adjust to the mobile quarterback. Yep. And it starts in the left side. I appreciate it, Rob. Kind comments motivate me to go live. It's been a while. If you ever want to go live with me, Richard, me and you, if you want to go live with me once a week, me and you can figure out what works, and we can team up 1 week on your channel, 1 week on my channel, and we can definitely figure it out, Richard, because it's always an honor to go live with you. Rise up. I love that, by the way. Tony Smith is in the house. What's up, Tony? How you doing, sir? God bless you. Hello, Niner Empire. How's everybody doing today? So sorry for being absent. I was absent too, bro. This is my first day back. I was, almost 2 weeks since I go live. I like to go live every day. So for me to be out of the limelight for 2 weeks, that's a lot. My wife's like, I can't believe you have not been done a live. I'm like, yeah. Another thing that I haven't done in the last 2 weeks, I haven't drank a cup of coffee. That's weird. I'm a coffee drinker, and I haven't had a drop of coffee, and I'm afraid to start over again. Raphael, 562 Niners. What's up, brother? Good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure. Make sure to hit that like button for your boy, Niners Sickness. For those that are watching me on YouTube, smash that like button. For those that are watching me on Facebook, if you guys can make your way over to YouTube, subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate that very, very much. Banks is playing next to Trent. That's going to help him because the left edge will be tight. I think that he only allowed 1 sack in college. I hope that transcends to the pros. Definitely, man. Lincoln played better next to Trent as well. That dude makes teammates better, and I think that trend continues. I love it. TL. Okay. Perfect. Like I said, I'm terrible with names. I'm great with faces. I remember faces very well. I don't forget faces, but names, oh my goodness. Now, I don't forget my wife's name because she'll kill me. But I am terrible. I still have that cough that I'm trying to clear up. I didn't realize how behind I was on these comments. My goodness. Let's see how long I've been on here. An hour already? My goodness. Time flies when you're having fun, let me tell you. I truly believe that the Niners needed to take a leap of faith to get a generational quarterback. They are betting on the kid. His character, his athletic ability, Trey is the one. And I hope you're right. I truly hope that he is the one. He seems to be the one. He definitely has all the traits to be the one. But until he does it, it's going to be hard to say. But my fingers are crossed because if this kid can be good, the West belongs to the Niners for a long time. I appreciate you, Beto. We are all doing great things together. Absolutely. We're all family. We are all 49er family. We all love our Niners. We have our different perspectives and our different takes on the team. But at the end of the day, we're family. And if we can't support each other on here, then what are we doing, right? This is why a lot of people are like, man, you're always promoting other people's channel. I'm like, because I like their content. I'm always going to endorse anything that I like. And I like your content, TL's content, your content. I love Aaron's content. A lot of you guys bring good stuff, man. Appreciate you as well, Mariah. Um, David Maynew says, I have confidence in Trey Lance. He has a good team around which already gives him a leg up on quarterbacks picked early in the draft. That's you go, yeah. Do you go to a horrible team? Well, the only team that the only other quarterback that went to a good team was Mac Jones, right? Going over to the Patriots, he landed in a pretty good spot. Trevor Lawrence, hopefully now with the coach that he has now, things will be better in Jacksonville. Zach Wilson, I heard, I don't know, I've been hearing some bad things about him in training camp. Not in training camp, but OTAs and mini camp. But that's just OTAs and mini camp. You know how that goes. You can't really go by all that. But I've been hearing some that he's been having it rough, and I haven't heard too much about Justin. I was gonna say Justin Timberlake, Justin Fields, and then the kid over there with the Texans. We'll see how he does year two. But at the end of the day, bro, I just want Trey Lance to be the best version of himself. I don't care about comparing him. I don't want to compare him to nobody else. I just want Trey Lance to be Trey Lance and be the best version of himself and continue to grow each week and help us win games. That's what I want out of Trey. The GOATs are obsessed with improving. Trey seems to be a part of that teaspoon. Yeah. I love the way that Steve Young endorses Trey Lance. I love that's my quarterback, man. Nothing against Joe Montana. I love Joe Montana, but Steve Young has always been my favorite QBs for the Niners. And I love the way he endorses one Trey Lance. Thank you. Appreciate that. When I had COVID, I didn't even know it. I was going through my work like wildfire, and the owner made us all get tested. See, That's man, you are blessed, David. I have a friend of mine. His name is Nathaniel. We all, I do a show with him too. We haven't really done it this year, but he's one of my co-hosts on my other Niner show. Um, but he's the same way. He's an officer, and because he's an officer, he needs to get tested twice a week. And he that's how he knows he's negative or positive. But there's been times where he's been positive, and he didn't even know it. Didn't even know he was sick. Me on the other hand, I didn't need to be tested. I knew I had COVID. So yeah, brother, kudos to you, David. If you don't feel it and you got it, now you got to be careful though, because you don't feel it. You got to be careful you don't give it to nobody else. But I'm glad you don't feel it, brother, because let me tell you, it's not something good to feel. Robert says, my 82-year-old mother got COVID and it hit her pretty hard. It's a bad virus. Took her about a month to fully recover. She lost her taste and was on oxygen for a short time. Wow. I can't imagine being 82 and getting hit with this virus the way I got hit at 52, 30 years younger than your mom. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. My hat's off to your mom, man, to be able to pull through. I'm glad she's doing better. I'm glad she recovered. She's a strong woman. Um, because I've heard a lot of the elderly got hit by the COVID, and the results were not really positive. So I'm glad to hear your mom is fine. That's a strong 82-year-old woman right there. Because I'm 52, and I'm 30 years younger, and it hit me hard. Shanahan learned from RG3 and took his time with Trey Lance. Thank you, Coach Shanahan. Yep. What's up, Big Papa? By the way, welcome to the channel, brother. Welcome. Good to see you. Yeah. Listen, Trey Lance is ultimately the quarterback that Shanahan wanted. Now, I do believe Shanahan might have wanted Mac Jones. I do believe in some way Shanahan wanted Mac Jones. And I think he was looking at Mac Jones and he was looking at Trey Lance, looking at Mac Jones, Trey Lance. But at the end of the day, he knew that he can win games now with Mac Jones. But he knew he needed that special quarterback to win the main game, which is the Super Bowl. And I believe that Shanahan finally has the quarterback of his choice. A lot of people say, "Yeah, but he took Beathard." Yeah, he did take Beathard, but he took Beathard in the third round. Not the same thing. I think and I believe that Trey Lance is the quarterback of Kyle Shanahan's choice, and he's going to live or die with this decision. This decision is going to make Shanahan look good or look terrible. Only time will tell. I hope it's looking good. Tech Village Idiot. I love this name. What's up, brother? I agree with you, Beto. Plus, we had a great year. I love the name, brother. Tech Village Idiot. Wow. That name gets me all the time. Tanisha says, Trey got a hell of a schedule to deal with this season. I honestly think he will be okay, but I feel the pressure he will be under this season. Adversity makes you who you are. I believe that. When you go to trials and tribulations, it brings out the real you. What is Trey Lance made of? What substance is he made of? Is he a man that is going to face trials and tribulations through this schedule and become better? Or is he going to be a player that is going to digress and be bad? Pressure is not always bad. Pressure can be good. It can make or break you, but pressure can also bring out the great qualities of a person. You never know who your friends are, or you never know who you are until you face adversity. Once your back is faced against the wall, you truly find out who you are. And I think Trey is going to find out who he is. We are all going to find out who Trey Lance is in 2022. Hopefully, we'll all be happy with the results. Shanahan never wanted to play RG3. Ownership forced them to play. Yeah, they chose. That's why they chose Kirk Cousins, I believe in the third round, because the owners took Snyder is the one that wanted RG3, but he still coached RG3 and had one of his best years, his first year. But I hear you. Beto, do you feel confident with Lance as the starting quarterback and Sudfeld as the backup? Right now, I'm optimistic, but am I confident? Probably not. And I'm keeping it real. Am I nervous? Because God forbid Trey gets hurt or Trey doesn't work out. Who are you going to turn to? Sudfeld? The other kid? Purry? Or whatever his name is? Let's just hope that Trey is everything as advertised. Let's just hope this guy's a bull. He doesn't get hurt. He stays healthy. And we don't have to worry about Studfield at all. But it's a valid point. Am I concerned? Yes. Am I confident? Not 100% confident, if I'm keeping it real. I just don't know what we have in Trey. You know, but people say that Trey Lance is going to be a bust. I trip out on that. When people say Trey Lance is going to be a Hall of Famer, I trip out on that too. We don't know what we're going to get in Trey. So, only time will tell. They only wanted to draft Kirk when ownership forced their hand. They still drafted Kirk out of a spite of 2 rounds later. Yep. Yeah, they took him in the 3rd round, correct? Big Papa says, coming in says, I believe that's why he went and got permission from ownership not to start Trey a couple of years. Yeah. They knew that Trey Lance was going to be a developmental quarterback. They knew that he's young, raw, and it would benefit from Trey sitting 1 year. I know a lot of Niner fans don't agree with that. And that's fine. They're like, no, you should have started him and let him take his lumps and bruises. And we would, we don't know that. But we do know that he only played 2.5 games last year. He was decent against Arizona. He didn't start too hot against the Texans, and he finished the second half much better. And then the one partial quarter that he had against the Seahawks, he looked okay. There's a lot of promise. But this year, we're truly going to get a true reality check of one Trey Lance. We're going to find out if he was worth the pick or not. Now, keep in mind, if he struggles in the beginning of the season, you got to give him grace. Got to give him grace. He's young. He's starting for the very first time. He's going to make his mistakes. He's going to struggle. But he's a rookie in the sense of the word, even though this is his second year. Again, no disrespect to Jimmy G. I think what Jimmy G did was great, but the bar was not high, right? Jimmy did not raise that bar high. If Trey can do what Jimmy did, minus the interceptions, we can win a lot of games. Because Jimmy wasn't like, it's not like Trey's replacing Drew Brees, right? It's not like Trey is replacing Patrick Mahomes. Like, oh my God. He's replacing, and again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Jimmy, but I'm being honest. He's not replacing a quarterback that set the standard high. I think that Trey can do what Jimmy did and beyond and more. And if he can do what Jimmy did, minus the turnovers, we'll be okay. So, as long as Trey gets better each week, I'm confident that we have a quarterback of the future. We'll have to wait and see, though. My projected is the O-line. Yeah, that's a concern of mine, too. I am concerned, honestly. And you have the right to be concerned. If you are realistic with yourself, there's a lot of concerns on this offense. Trey Lance is a concern. The O-line's a concern. The center, the right guard, the left guard, right tackle with McClinchy. Is McClinchy going to be able to step up? Those are legitimate concerns to have. And I'm with you there, Tanisha. I think Aaron Banks has talent and will be playing right next to Trent Williams. Banks will learn from the best and will be good. I hope so, David. Really, really, really hope so. If that's the case, then we're in a good spot. The question is Trent Williams going to get out? Is he going to get the best out of Aaron Banks? Or is Aaron Banks going to pull from Trent where Trent can't do his job because he's having to try to help Aaron too much? That's the question. No Gomez. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the channel, brother. Welcome to the channel. He says, don't be concerned, darling. It will all work out smoothly by week 1. Believe in Shanahan. All right. I like your positive. I like your positiveness. I will reserve my concern, but I like the way you're positive, brother. Appreciate that. Left, Trent Williams. Left guard, Aaron Banks. Center, Jake Brendel. Right guard, Daniel Brunskill. And right tackle, Spencer. Whoa. Spencer Burford. Interesting. I automatically thought you were, the way the direction you were going, I thought you were going to say Mike McClinchy. But Spencer Burford. Now, I think that maybe, what's the kid? Jalen Moore. I think Jalen Moore might potentially challenge Mike McClinchy. This is my opinion. I think Jalen Moore may challenge Mike McClinchy. This is Mike McGlinchey's last year. I don't think they're going to sign him and bring him back. So I think the replacement eventually for Mike McGlinchey will be Jalen Moore. I think that Spencer Burford will be more of a replacement for Daniel Brunskill at right guard. I think he's a great candidate to replace Daniel Brunskill after this year. So it would be, in my opinion, starting in 2023, it will be Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, Jake Brundle, uh, Spencer Burford, and then Jalen Moore. Your thoughts on that, guys? Big Papa, he don't need to ask permission. It's in his contract. I think he wanted to stay at 12, but got an extension from development years and agreed, which is why York said, I'm willing to pay Jimmy. Okay, you guys are talking about the whole Trey Lance Jimmy situation. 2 tight ends set, Kittle, Dwally, or Warner. I like Warner over Dwally. I think Warner's a better pass blocker, but I like the trio. I would put Kittle, Warner, and then Dwally myself. Let's see here. Um, Beto, I will always say a prayer before bed for you. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. Why does Trey get criticized from the media for his accuracy issues? The kid played 2 full games and his last start was pretty good against the Texans. It's just the media. Welcome, by the way. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to call you SV. I don't want to mess up your name. My apologies. Make sure to hit that like button for your boy Niner sickness. Um, the truth is, Trey Lance has been criticized quite a bit under the media, but that's excuse me. That's part of being a quarterback, though. That's part about being, the franchise of the team. People are going to criticize you. Trey is unknown. There's unknown about Trey. Trey is a question mark. And as long as he's a question mark, there's going to be criticism attached to him. Is it fair? No. It's unfair. But criticism is always going to be a part of something that you don't know what may or may work out for the Niners. So I understand why they criticize Trey. Do I like it or do I think it's fair? No. I think that they should give Trey a chance to show what he can or can't do and then criticize him based on that. But media is going to be the media, though. Haters are going to hate. And plus, a lot of the media that are not really following the Niners, they're going to do whatever it takes to get views. They're going to stir the pot. They're going to stir the pot. They know that if they say something positive about Trey, they'll get so much followers. But if they say something controversial about Trey, they'll get a lot of Niner fans. They'll be pissed off, and it will be following them just to hear what they have to say in the future. And this is how they trap followers. So I take it with a grain of salt. I don't care what the media says. I want to see what the All 22 film says when he plays, in my opinion. We got it. Yep. Stay patient. I'm going to be shutting it down soon. It's been a little bit, about an hour and a half. My goodness. I still trade Jimmy G to whoever the 8th rounder and and a warm beer. There's David. A warm beer though? Oof. I don't know about that. Don't get me wrong. I love Joe Cool. I love what Joe Montana did for the organization. I love that he won us 4 Super Bowls. There ain't nothing that I dislike about Joe Montana. But if you ask me which quarterback I like better, it's definitely Steve Young. I think Steve Young's a better quarterback, in my opinion, and we can have a different show about that. But I love any player that has played for the 49ers, especially Hall of Famers. I have Joe Montana's jersey. I have Ronnie Lott's, Jerry Rice, John Taylor's, Roger Craig, um, all the greats. Brent Jones, um, Guy McIntyre, Jesse Sapolo, um, my favorite Barton. Harris Barton was one of my favorites tackles. Steve Wallace. A lot of the old greats, man. Brian Young, Practic Willis, Navarro Bowman. Listen, and this is where a controversial can come up into play. Just like I like Steve Young over Montana, even though I love Montana, you know that I think personally, you guys probably, I don't care what you think, but you know that I think that Navarro Bowman was a better all around linebacker than Patrick Willis. Oh my goodness, did I say that out loud? I love Patrick Willis. Love him. I just think that Navarro Bowman, if you watch the tape, was a little bit of a better all around linebacker than Patrick. But Patrick was a beast and he wore the red and gold, baby. So I love every player that ever played for the 49ers. Now there's one particular player that I never liked. He was a running back. Only reason why, because he was rude to my wife and disrespected my wife when we were doing autographs. The dude was an ass. I can't think of his name right off the bat. Can't think of his name. He wasn't that great. He wasn't that great anyway, but total jerk, man. My wife was looking for his picture, and I remember this clearly. My wife was looking for his picture for him to sign, and she's like, "Come on, come on! If you don't hurry up, I'm going on to the next person." Like really rude, right? And I remember there was a safety. I forgot his name too. A safety that came from I believe he came from the Bears. He was with the Niners. I gotta remember these names. And I remember that safety. He was next to this running back, right? And I remember my wife went up to him and had to look for his picture. And you know what he told my wife? "Ma'am, take your time, find my picture, and I'll be happy to sign it for you." Class act. The safety. I can't think of his name. But the running back, total jerk, man. Total jerk. But I say that to say this, that I like a lot of for every 49er that's ever played for the Niners, I love and respect. Except Dana Stubblefield. Anybody that can take advantage of a mentally ill person, yeah, you're not getting my support. Right on. We'll talk about that, Richard. We'll have to have a conversation about that then, my brother. Look, that was always I remember. I'd rather read this to myself because my reading out loud is not bueno. Okay. Sometimes you guys are just talking amongst each other. Wow, praise God. Panama. Wow. Your mother's doing things that I will never do. My hat's up. My hat's off to your mom. That is amazing, Robert. Some women, they don't make people like the old days, man. They don't. Whatever cloth they made, like my grandparents, yeah. All these drive-throughs and all the type of food that we eat today. No wonder why we're all dying of heart attacks and diabetes and the whole thing that we're dealing with. Back in the day, man, they didn't go to drive-throughs. They ate at home. They ate at home. They provided. They cooked at home, and they just don't make them like the old days. So, kudos to your mom, there, Robert. Yeah, me too, Tanisha. Don't be made out of glass. Don't be fragile. He doesn't look like he's fragile though. He looks like he can take a couple of hits and keep on licking. So he's like Duracell. But we'll see. He did get hurt twice last year though. So that's not a positive. That's so true, Lewis. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. We got to the NFC Championship with Jimmy. Hopefully we can get further this year with Trey because of the offense that we have, because of the play calling, because of the receivers, the running game, and that stout defense. And also remember, what we didn't have last year was special teams. We had bad special teams last year. We were starting in our own 10-yard line for most of the freaking season. Field position, I cannot stress out how much valuable that is. Last year, the opposing offense was starting on their own 30, 35-yard line. Where were the Niners starting? Their own 17, 18, 10-yard line. Terrible. With great field position, it's going to determine a lot on how productive we are offensively. And I think our special teams got way better. So I expect great things from the San Francisco 49ers this year. Cannot wait. All right, guys, I'm going to shut it down. My voice is getting a little bit raspy. My first live, and it's already an hour and a half. I'm telling you, this is therapy for me. If anything else, I love talking 49ers. It's therapy. This is why I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for anything. If you guys, like I said, if you guys want to donate, I didn't even put my tag this. I'll do it next time. Don't get mad at me, Luke. Love you, Luke Luna. But I do this for the fun of it. This is, and whatever money I raise, like I said, if I do raise money from you guys, I put it right back into you guys by giving away prizes. Now, I got to contact some of you guys. Won some patches and a face mask the last time that I did a live, but because I got sick, I never sent that out. So I will be contacting those. I wrote down your names, so I will be contacting your you guys with the proper information so that I can get out your patches and your face masks. All right, guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being part of my show. Appreciate you. Richard, I will be contacting you probably tomorrow or during the week so that we can discuss about maybe doing a show together once a week for the faithful. I would love that. I think that would be fun. All right, guys. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and being part of my show. I'm just going through all your Junior ASP 831. Welcome, brother. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the channel. Make sure to hit that like button for your boy Niner Sickness. Welcome. All right, I want to make sure I don't leave anybody out since I was behind. So I'm just going to go through the comments real fast. I don't want to leave nobody out. I love and respect Tony Perry. Look at Luis Moreno. Look at my boy Luis. Yes, Tony Parrish was the safety that was really cool with my wife, man. That guy, a gentleman and a scholar. Yes, Tony Parrish was his name. Great call there, Lewis. Right on. That's knowing your stuff there, Lewis. But yes, Tony Parrish was the safety that I was talking about. Very good. True. Now, if you remember, though, Navarro was always a three down linebacker. A lot of times on third and longs, you had Willis on the sideline, but you still had Navarro on the field. My friend makes them, so get a hold of me from Salinas. Get a hold of me, brother. You can send me an email at ninersicknesspodcast@gmail.com. ninersicknesspodcast@gmail.com. And we'll talk there, Junior, if you're interested. Take those Bears down. Absolutely. All right, guys. I think I'm towards the end. I send you donations already. You know it, brother. Thank you, Luke Luna. Always a pleasure to receive donations from you. I don't even know what my tag is, to be honest with you. But anyway, all right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. God bless you so much for tuning in for my first show that I haven't done in 2 weeks. It was fun. Look forward to doing another show soon. God bless you. You guys have a wonderful night. And until next time, remain faithful. And remember, Jesus loves you. Niners for life. Peace.